Yo, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the cave. As you see, Birfmark is back in the building. It's gonna be a wild one
What's
tonight,
good,
man.
y'all? What's good?
It's gonna be a wild one tonight. Yeah, man.
What's good,
Usually,
y'all? Sorry I wasn't there last week, but it was well taken care of. I'm glad that he held it down for us, or held it down
yeah,
for me while I wasn't there. I appreciate that.
yeah. So, well, since you wasn't here last week, we discussed generational parenting. So before we
I
get
know. I
started,
heard it. I listened
I was
to it.
saying, but before we get started in tonight's show, if there's something that you want to drop on the people, let them know, like certain things that you picked up from you being raised that you continued on into your child, that you're raising your children, or something that you decided that you're going to stop because
Well,
you want to do.
well, real quickly, because I was a parent at such a young age. Technically, I was a parent at 19. That's when I first became a parent. So whatever my mom instilled in me, like the discipline wise, and I tried to put that on my daughter because that's all I knew. That's how it was given to me. Um, I think it worked. My tactic was a little bit different because we do what our parents do, but not to the same extent because it's different. So a lot of the things that my mom gave me, the discipline that she did to me, I kind of instilled in my daughter. I didn't do it as harsh as she did. Like for instance, you know, our parents didn't want us to talk back to them. Like if we did something wrong, technically, like they wouldn't let us explain why we did wrong or whatever it was. They would just beat our asses in us in the room and that's it. Nowadays, or when I had my child first, if she did something wrong, I sat down with her, I explained it to her. I didn't like I only I can't really say beat, but I only kind of beat her once in her whole life. But well, spanking. I only gave her a spanking once in her life. Let me rephrase that beat shit. I only gave
Word.
her a spanking once out of her whole life. But I try not to do the spanking thing. Like when we were kids, our parents used to just spank the shit out of us because that's what was done to them. So they spanked the shit out of us. But
Yeah.
this time a little bit different. I try to talk or explain or ask her to explain herself, and then try to tell her, okay, this is why I'm upset at you, and this is why blah blah blah. You did this, So, but that's pretty much it. Like generational discipline and generational parenting is crazy. Like never taught me how to save.
Yeah, we
Um,
discussed that too. Yeah.
that's kind of how I had to learn that on my own. My mom never told me about credit cards. My mother never told me about. She would tell me, oh, she would give me $5. 5 days a week. I was supposed to spend $1 a week. She gave me $5 for the week, and but try to
Dollar a day.
save something. A kid, I'm going to the store when I get out of school. I'm not like you know. So it was pretty to learn how to save and know about credit and all that shit because my parents, yeah, because I guess they didn't know. I mean, they knew as they went along, but yeah, you got a bad connection, bro.
Wait, hold up. See something.
You there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so
Think about that.
I always drink, but I'm drinking a little bit. I got my new schedule starts tomorrow. I got to be at work at 7 o'clock.
But no
So
more late
I gotta
Thursdays.
leave I gotta get up. Nah, they no more late days. Period. They changed the whole schedule for DMV. Now we open from 7:30 to 5. But my schedule is from 7:15 to 3:30. So at least I get to enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh,
But I just got to get up.
you gotta get up
Huh?
ass crack in the morning.
But I got to get up as early. Yeah, I got to get up at 4, about 5.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah,
Get
that's
there by
basically what it is. We
6.
just
Yeah, but
that's what's happening. All right, I just wanted to touch on last week. I figured you might have something that you want to say. So let's
yeah,
start this week off. This week we talking about the five love languages. And the reason why this is a lot of people they love their understand what language their partner speaks, and say that I mean, I'm guilty of that. I know what my love language is. I'm trying to love. I connect instead of or what she connects to, and that's just something that I.
Just to let you know, bro, your camera's disabled because it says you got slow internet connection.
Then
So
I'm gonna go.
but we can't.
I mean, I guess the video will kick in. Let me check the YouTube channel right quick, because
Yeah.
sometimes this shit be killing me. Uh, all right. Oh well, like I was saying, as long as you can still hear me, I'll work on the internet connection in a minute.
Yeah. We can hear you.
But the reason why I said it, a lot of people don't. What's the word? A lot of people love their person according to their own language, opposed to what their partner actually
The language
language
that they
is. And I know, because like I said, I'm guilty of that. I can admit that I'm guilty. Yeah, so I'm saying I'm guilty of that. The whole thing. So basically, I want to break down the five love languages. Let me pull it up right quick. All right, so
I got
first
you. You can talk
love
to me.
language is who want to talk to?
No, I'm saying I got them up if you want me
Veronica?
to say it, but you got it up, sir. Don't worry
Oh
about it.
yeah, yeah, I got them. Yeah, I pulled them up. Yeah, words of affirmation. How to communicate. Encourage, affirm, appreciate, empathize, listen actively. Actions to take. Send an unexpected note, text, or card. Genuinely encourage and do it often. So basically, hey, let your partner know you believe in them. You got nothing but positive feeling towards them. They will appreciate it. Physical touch. This is nonverbal. Use body language and touch to express love. These are hugging, kissing, holding hands, show physical affection often, make intimacy a thoughtful priority. Now, when it says intimacy, your little horn dog just don't think it's all about sex. All right, intimacy is a whole lot more than just having sex. All right, so people, I think that people get that mixed up. They think physical touch is like, oh, they just like to fuck. No, you're just an nymphomaniac. You know, receiving gifts, thoughtful, thoughtful, express gratitude when receiving a gift. So that's kind of cool because not only do you give gifts, you got to give that gratitude when you get a gift as well. So you let them know gifting is your way. Like some people like to give gifts because that's their love language. Gifts, not necessarily receiving. Some people like to really give gifts. So
Mm-hmm.
if you let them know you appreciate it, that's speaking to them loud. Quality time, uninterrupted and focused conversation, one-on-one time. Actions to take: create special moments together, walks, and do. I'm losing my. Wait, give me a second because I done messed something up. Okay. All right. Take. Yeah. Do a lot of create special moments together. Take walks, activities, do small things with your partner. Weekend getaways is always a bonus. Just create some time where it's just y'all two. No phones, no TV. Just y'all two interacting with each other. Just y'all two. Like, and this happens with a lot of couples that I know that may have like children, especially young children. You're always planning activities, including the children, but you don't plan activities just for y'all two. And sometimes you need that. If one of y'all love languages is actually quality time, then that's what you need to do. And our last one is what's that? Acts of service. Use action phrases like "I'll help." They want to know that you're with them, partnered with them. So these are the people that like the terms like, we don't use yours and mines, we use ours and us and we. Like you kind of say, whatever you gonna do, we gonna do together. So it's like act of service. If you gotta sit there and paint the house, I'm gonna paint it with you.
Hmm.
Or if, prime example, if you know they have a heavy workload during the day, act of service. Why don't you cook dinner? Look, I know you have a rough day today. I'll cook dinner. Or the famous one is where you hear a lot of women complain how they come home from work, they still gotta handle the kids. Some dude, and then some husbands step up and be like, all right, cool, don't worry about it. I'll take the kids, put them to bed, wash them up, get them ready. That's an act of service. Or she know, she got to go to the dry cleaning. You pick up her stuff. So let's do chores together and make them breakfast in bed. Go out your way to help alleviate the daily workload. Those are 5 love languages. Yeah. My love language is that. So I mean, I'm a big
Okay, explain.
rabbit.
I said explain.
I like that underrated attention. I like that, that quality time lets me know it is just me and you. Like I understand people have a whole lot going on in their world. You can sit there and say, I'm gonna take this 30 minutes to an hour and just dedicate it straight to you. That lets me know, okay, you made time. You know how they always sit there and say that saying, nobody's ever too busy. It's all a matter of priority.
I agree.
That's where I find quality time comes in at. Everybody has a busy schedule, but people make time for the things that they want.
100%.
And my thing is, I understand, and I'm not super selfish with it. I understand if you have a lot going on, if you sit there and say, hey, you know what? Can we hang out for like an hour? I would appreciate that. Because at least I know you're saying, I got a lot to do, but I'm making time so me and you can have some time together, even though it's not a lot. Right now, maybe I might see you an hour every other day, and then one day we be like, hey, well, let's go on vacation. I'll just go away for the weekend. That's fine. But for you to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to talk to you, or I'm going to spend time with you for at least this half an hour to an hour, I might not be able to do it again for maybe another 2 days. I can respect that because you know what? You at least sat there and said, I'm going to make time to spend time with you.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
So your love language is quality time. Is that the same with every individual you date, or is it different with?
For the most part, it's with everyone I date. That's usually my love language. I mean, recently
I
because
know, but
I,
I'm asking, what if you
well,
who you dating and they time? Is that still going to be your love language, or is it now going to be something? Now you're getting the quality time, because you how it is. Even though no one's perfect, you may get 3 or 4 love languages, and one of them is not going to be there. So that's why I'm asking. Like, if is it always quality time with every individual, or is it? And I'm asking like you personally, is it quality time with every individual, or is it depending on who you're with at the time and what they get, if they're giving it to you or not? Because if they're giving you quality
um,
time, what else is there?
uh, I look at a major in quality time, but I have a minor in what's that? Words of affirmation. Like so, it's like if I get the quality time, yeah, we can start working on other things or talking, using other languages because we have that. Now that we have the time set, we can sit there and be like, well, for me, not anybody else. We take my time together. I can cook dinner and you can relax because we have the time. You giving me that time to be in your world. Now I can sit there and do acts of service. Or because now I have this time to come see you, I can sit there and surprise you with gifts. Like I can speak other languages, but for me, it's like one of those uh, quality time is that gateway.
Okay, so like I said, quality time is the gateway. They're giving you the quality time, but the rest of your acts, the rest of the languages, are not being met. So what happens? Do you is it
Well, not
okay?
everybody. I don't need every language. Yeah, I don't need every language. I don't need every language.
Because a lot of people can't multitask. So they'll give you the quality time, but then everything else is done. They're not doing the acts of service. They're not giving you the affirmations. They're not really touching you like that. They're giving you the time. They want to be around you, but they're not really touchy feely like that. And you're touchy feely, but they're
Oh, see,
not.
but see, I'm
So
not
do
physical
you,
touch. I'm quality time.
no, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to spend time with you, sometimes they want to spend time with you, and then they want to cuddle, but you don't want to cuddle. So what happens then?
Well, then that's why I have to learn my partner's love language. Because honestly, if you give me quality time and you want to cuddle, I'm not gonna say no. Like, I mean, if
No,
that's
I'm just using an example, like saying
no,
you
no,
want
I
quality
understand.
time. Yeah, you're in the same house together. We're watching a movie. You sitting on one side part of the couch. I'm sitting on one part of the couch. I'm giving you time, but I'm not really that. I don't really like to physically touch and cuddle and shit like that yet. I'm not
Okay,
ready for that. And that's what you like to do though. So what happens?
okay, quality time is quality time. Like, I mean, you're giving me your one-on-one time. Like, if we don't have to cuddle when we have quality time, we can do an activity together, which is me and you. Like, so
But I'm
we can
saying
sit.
you like to cuddle. You like to spend quality time, and then while spending quality time, you like to watch movies on the couch and chill with your woman and cuddle with her. But she don't like to
Well,
do that.
cuddling goes into physical touch. So I'm not really a physical. I mean, like physical touch is cool, but I'm not really a physical toucher.
I'm using
So,
examples. I'm not saying you in particular. I'm
oh, I
saying
mean,
I'm
yeah, I mean, that
asking
would.
an example. Like,
But
what
this
would
is
you do?
you would have to ask your partner, what your because that's what kind of really a touchy feely person. But at the end of the day, if you really care about this person and you want them to be around you, you can't go full. I mean, you still have to sit there and talk their language. And if you have two languages that's incompatible, that sounds kind of selfish if you ain't trying to give out. You know what I'm saying? You want them to give you what you want, but you're not trying to give them what they want. That's kind of selfish. Like, I'm only worried about me
But
being
that's
satisfied.
usually how it goes down. That's usually how it goes. I'll give you what you want, and you got to give me what I want. Well, no, I want what I want, but I'm not willing to give you what you want.
Earlier, well, that's what I said earlier. Of my love language is on how to give my mate their love language, but it's not a conversation that we had. Like the times when I just assumed everybody like to spend quality time together. Like, who doesn't want to be around each other? Like, I'm not. I'm with somebody. I can really be in the mood for you every day. You can sit there and say, even if
I
it's
mean,
15, 20 minutes, I could be like, all right, cool.
I well, okay, I'll let you finish, then I'll get to my
No,
language.
that's it from my perspective. Like, if you you know, in the situation, but yeah, as me having a quality time person, everything, everything else. If I get the quality time, I can sit there and say, hey, let's do the physical touch. Let's do the acts of service. I can do that much easier. It really won't be. It won't be a problem for me. Now, some people
So
might be like, nah. Some
do
people might
you
be like,
feel that
nah.
in success
Yeah,
do
I'm
you feel
sorry,
that
son.
in a successful relationship you need to have all five love languages? Or at least know how to act out all five love languages in a successful relationship? Do you think
I
so?
don't think you need to practice all of them,
Why?
but
Tell
you
me the
do
reason
need.
why.
But you do need. Really, really like. They might not care about acts of service. They might be like, I'm good. It don't matter. You got about your fine. But they also, I know you have. Say, you know what? Give them that word of affirmation, like you're great. And have this conversation, so you can be. I was recognize all of them. Sometimes we what our love language is. So we have to pay attention to our partner and be like, oh, it's not easy. Well, it could be easy, but you know,
I mean, it's not easy, but it's not hard. You know,
I
if
guess,
you're really into that person, you're gonna do it. If you're not, then you're not.
and that's basically what it is. And that's the scary part. If you want to do it, you're going to do it. If you don't want to do it, then you're not going to do it. I admit to being done it or did a bad job of doing it. And I was like, okay, sit down and have that conversation like, yeah,
You
well,
babysitting again? I mean, dog sitting?
mine was, huh?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Your sister probably gave it to you. I got a dog though. I just got one today.
Oh, much
I think he's. Hold on, let me shake. I'll be right back. If he ain't sleep.
well, they're listening in the cave. If you want to share your love language, feel free.
Now,
That's
say
nice.
hello to Sprinkles. Huh?
What's
Huh?
the name?
Taryn named him Sprinkles.
Okay, Sprinkles. Okay. What up, Sprinkles?
Yeah. My brother was like, "Oh, that's gay." I'm like, "Nigga, it's a kid named the dog. Why does it have to be gay?"
Wait, which brother?
Yeah. Travis. He's like, "Oh, that's gay." I'm like, "Nigga."
It's first of all, how is a dog named Gay?
That's what I'm saying. He was
like,
like,
wait,
he
I
was
don't
like,
know any
he was
name
like, I
you
want to
give
name.
me.
He was like, I want to name him Mr. Bentley. I said, Taryn don't want to put him in Mr. Bentley. She likes fucking. Exactly.
Mr. Bentley, what? But no. Oh man, let me see what I'm looking for. Man, come on. So yeah, if anybody just joining us, we're talking about the five love languages. If you want to share your love language, let us know.
So
So yeah,
my
so
love language is
oh, this should be a good one.
out of the five love languages. Huh?
I said, yeah, this should be a good one.
What you said, bro?
I said this should be a good one.
I know. I heard you. Out of the five love languages, mine is, I guess, acts of service. For me, it's the small things. Like if you pay attention to if you know me and you pay attention to me, I don't ask for a lot. I just ask for the major. I mean, not even the major, the minor things. But sometimes in past relationships, people were trying to do too much when it didn't have to be that way. If you pay attention to what I'm telling you, or if you know me, or you get to know me, you know that it doesn't take a lot to fucking it doesn't take a lot to please me. But I like little dumb shit, like you said with like the lunch or the breakfast or dinner. Like you ain't gotta cook for me every day, but I like a home cooked meal. That's just me. I like a clean house. I can clean the house. I don't mind. But if I'm coming, if you at my house or we living together, I want to come home to a clean house. You ain't gotta buy me shit. I tell girls or women that I dated, like, you don't have to buy me nothing. I can buy my own shit. Because if you really know me, you're gonna buy stuff that I like. and you know that I'm very simple. I don't want nothing. If you don't know me, you're gonna buy me some shit that I don't like and expect me to like it because that's what you think I like, or you like that, so you think I might like it. No, if you know me, I don't like shit. Like if you know I don't like fucking. Let me think something. Let me get an example.
Right.
I don't know. I
He
can't think
said,
of
I
a good
don't know.
example, but I had a chick. Huh?
Damn. So you're
I'm trying to
active.
think of something. Like say if you know I don't smoke cigars, but you see my people smoke cigars, and you buy me cigars, you don't know me. You know I don't smoke it. Just because my people smoke cigars, that don't mean I smoke cigars. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people don't pay attention to their mate, so they don't know what their love languages is. Because again, I don't smoke cigars. Why the fuck would you buy me cigars, knowing that I don't smoke them? But you see me with my peoples and they smoking it, so you assuming that I smoke cigars, and you never see me put a cigar to my mouth in my life. Shit like that. That throws me off. That shows me that you ain't paying attention to me. That shows me that you ain't caring. You're not thinking about a gift. But yeah, that's it. I mean, what else? What's the other ones? Words of affirmation. It's cool, you know, but I'm not the type of person that tells my woman, like, I don't want to tell my woman every day, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like, why do I have to tell you I love you every day?
Well, I mean,
You know
words
I
of
love you.
affirmation is not necessarily "I love you." Like, let's say
No, I'm just using that.
yeah, but I'm like, but if
I
I know my
appreciate
mate
you.
is going for a new job or looking for a new job, I'm like,
But
yo,
that's
don't worry,
different.
babe, today's the day, you got this, like stuff like that. Yeah, people
So the only type
overdo
of
it.
some people don't do that because some people don't think that far. Like you have to be a thinker to say, okay, you got a job interview today. Text me in the morning, hey babe, good luck on your interview. That's only people that do that are people that really care about that really 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 care about you. Some people just don't give a fuck about you like that, so they're not gonna say or they'll forget and they'll be like, yo, where you was at today? I had an interview. Oh shit, how did it go? Bitch, you should have told me when I spoke to you last night that I was going to an interview. So you should have called me this morning and said so.
Yeah, but that's
Shit like
it.
that.
That's their love language. Yeah, that's
Physical touch, yeah, I like to touch. I like to touch. I like to be intimate. I like to cuddle. I like to do shit like that. But certain stuff I don't like. Like right now, me and my lady, when we're sleeping, she'll get up in the middle of the morning and like do this to my face. I fucking hate
really.
that. Like that's her that's her way. Like I don't I guess she likes that, but she thinks I like that. So like we'll be laying in the bed sleep, she'll get up before me, and then she'll just, turn over and then she'll like do this. That shit wakes me up. Like
Did you tell
I
her
don't want to
like
be
can
woken
you
up like
stop
that.
doing it? Did you tell her can you stop that?
I told her, I told her the first couple of times, so she's starting to get the hang of it now. But she sometimes she just does it because it's a habit of hers. I guess she even did it before previously or whatever. And I'm like, babe, I don't like.
I'm not
I'm
into that.
sleeping.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not like if you're gonna wake me up to try to get some, then that's different. But you do something else to do that. But you do this shit right here, like playing on my face while I'm sleeping. That shit just that shit that totally fucks me up. Cause then now I'm annoyed because you just woke me up by touching my face. Like if you want to wake me up, then there's other ways to wake me up than just fucking touching my
Hey,
face like that.
yo,
That shit.
okay. Keep it clean for the first hour. He said the other way you want to work it out.
Yeah, I mean, that shit, stuff like that. But if you know me, you wouldn't do that because you know that's not me. Now, on the other hand, for you, you would want me to do shit like that. You want me to play with your head or stuff like that. Okay, I'm not doing that because that's what you like. Like you said, that's the love language, and you know what your mate likes. But I'm not gonna fucking sit there and if you know I don't like it, you're gonna be touching my face. Like if you don't like me touching you, or you don't like me cutting, like I'm a I'm not a foot person, but when I'm laying in the bed, I like to rub my feet on each other. Like you rub your feet, you rub my feet. Like because that's just like if we're sleeping, the rest of our body doesn't have to be connected, but our feet have to touch while we're sleeping. That's just me. Now, if you don't like that, then that's cool. Just tell me you don't like that, and we can do something different. But that's cool because that's just like a security for
They
me
gonna hold
while I'm
punches.
sleeping. Well, that ain't gonna happen the whole night while you sleep. Shit, you hold pinky for a second, and then niggas is going the other way. But
First of all, my big ass, I sleep on my side. Okay, I snore. I gotta sleep on my side. But nah, but see now, do you think love languages are developed from how somebody was raised?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because like, let's say somebody
Um,
didn't get a lot of attention growing up, so now when they get older, they're like, I really want somebody who's gonna give me like quality time because I didn't really get
that's
that growing up.
possible.
You
That's
know,
possible. I
or
mean, but
you
then
grew up in a
I
family
don't
that's
think it's that way.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's also like depending on your previous relationships, because you may have got all the attention growing up, and then you got into a relationship where that person gave you no attention. So now that you get in the next relationship, you're gonna want attention because you didn't get it in your previous relationship. So I don't think it's as far as growing up as like what your parental wise or family wise. I think as you get older and you start to experience certain things in life, that's where your love language comes. Like if you used to date a lot, and like for me, for instance, even though this is not my love language, but being in relationships, I never really had women buy me stuff. They
okay,
always wanted me to buy them shit. They always wanted me to buy them shit. So I got into a relationship where a female started buying me stuff, and I didn't like it. I was like, yo, you don't have to buy me shit. And I guess because I was so used to not getting bought stuff in previous relationships, that when this woman started buying me something, I was like, nah, you ain't got to do that. I'm good. I can buy my own shit. So, like I said, previous relationships, like I was spoiled when I was a kid. My mom gave me everything as long as I kept good grades. So I got everything I wanted. But like I said, as I got into relationships, women were more interested in me buying them shit, me taking them out, me doing shit for them. That when I finally got a woman that did that for me, I was like, nah, fuck out of here. Why you buying me stuff? I don't need you to buy me nothing. So
yeah. That's how it is. Like I don't know, because I just always I always wondered that question. Like just like people ask that famous question, like are you raised? Is people raised off of was you raised off of love or survival? That's an age old question
I
that
hear you, but it depends on the individual. It does. It depends on the individual because again, some people that were raised on survival, they do need that love. They, like you said, they never got that attention and that love from their parents because their parents was always in the streets hustling or doing whatever on drugs, whatever the situation was, or too busy, in there and getting their lives together that they was just, just pretty much barely taking care of their kids. So yeah, when that child gets older and gets into a relationship, that person wants somebody that's gonna be around them 100, 24/7. You know,
that's
I
cool.
dealt with a woman who I dealt with a woman who her last boyfriend was always cheating on her. So
Those.
when we got into a relationship, she was always like, "Where you at? What you doing? Who's that calling you? Blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Yo, like fall back a little bit." But then, I realized because of her previous relationship, you know, she had trust issues. So, even though I never gave her an inkling that I was cheating or anything like that, she couldn't help it. She had to do that, and that kind of fucked up the relationship anyway because of what previously happened to her. But
Well, we've been
it is what it is.
yeah. I know we both dealt with it. I've been like I dealt with a woman. She was always a side chick. So
Yep,
when I dated main chick, she processed that, and I'm like,
yep,
be happy, like like why is it every time I sit there and say I'm going to, I'm going here, there, it's like, oh, who you going with? Wait, look, listen, not even that. Like I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to get some
yep.
goddamn buffalo wings. That's it. Just some goddamn wings. That's it.
I'm chilling. Like,
Like nobody got time for that shit. Look, I be trying to tell women, listen, I am too lazy to be cheating on anybody. I ain't got it. I can't remember the lies no more. I just don't have it. I just don't want that negative
I
energy
got it.
around me. I just ain't got it. I
I
just
don't
don't want that
blame you.
negative energy. Trust me, if I sit there,
Definitely don't blame you.
That's because I want to sleep in my own damn bed. That's it. What? Why are you going blind, son? What the hell?
I wasn't going blind. I was looking at something
You
on my
looking at
phone.
the camera, man? Like, yeah, but
It
I
was
feel
something
you.
that was there. I had to look at it real quick.
Oh, so
But
do you think there's any love languages that's like incompatible? Like, if
um,
you're a physical touch person, but another person is gifts, like, do you think like they would cancel each other out, or like it's
nah,
manageable?
I, I don't think it cancels each other out per se, unless again that person like I guess if somebody's antisocial and if someone is an introvert, someone's an extrovert, similar. Like I mean, sometimes I don't know. I can't really say because
Like, I
like I
mean,
said,
like I'm an
sometimes opposites
introvert, so I don't really run the streets like that because I'm an introvert. So I mean, but that don't have
I'm
nothing to do
wait.
with
Somebody
love
told me what the
languages,
fuck
though.
it was. Wait, where the fuck is this at? Hold on.
Yeah, that don't.
Somebody told me I was what is it? A ambivert or some shit? A semi? I don't
What the
know.
fuck is an
That's when you're
ambivert?
both. That's when you're both introverted and extroverted.
Come on,
Some
man.
shit.
Fuck out of here. Like, they just be making the words now. Like, yo, ambivert.
No, I'm
Like,
gonna tell you.
okay.
No, it's not even a minute word because I had to research the shit. Yeah, ambivert. I was like, what the fuck is that? I had to find a definition. It was like, yeah, an ambivert is somebody who has both qualities. Because for me, I'm an extrovert when I'm out, but when I'm in my house, I'm an introvert. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I want to be in my own little corner, in my own space. Just leave me the fuck alone. But once I leave my house and I'm in the streets, I'm talking to people, I'm laughing, I'm joking, like I'm very social. But when I'm in the house, I don't want to be social. I just want to be in my little
In the
space in my
house.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was getting tired of all these fake ass introverts when the pandemic first. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I'm such an introvert. No, you wasn't. You was just in the club all week.
That was the worst time of my life, son. I felt like I was in jail, my nigga.
So
Like
I've been
being in this
practicing. I've been
motherfucking house.
practicing it. I've been practicing for the pandemic my whole life, son. I had my video games. I was
Nigga.
working from home. I had my
Nah.
food. I was yikes. I
Yo,
mean,
I was out every day, son. I was outside every day. I could not be in this fucking house.
now I took my walks, but I took them by myself with my headphones on.
Of course, yeah, me too. But I was outside
Oh,
every day.
what?
I could not fucking be in this house.
I went
I was
outside
bugging
every
out,
day
son.
by myself. I made sure, woo, look, by myself. Woo, like I don't like people. Like I'm mad
I was
that
bugging. Nah.
this is how much of an introvert I'm at. I am. I'm mad that they lifted the vaccination mandates on New York restaurants. You know how nice it was to go
Yeah.
inside BBQs and it was empty because nobody was vaccinated.
Oh, you stupid,
I was
son.
like, yo, wait, there's nobody in here. I'm saying, I'm like, I ain't never going back now. I don't like people like that. The
Nah, I
after
ain't like
church
that
crew
shit.
gonna
That
be there.
shit just felt. It felt creepy. That shit felt like I was watching a movie where, some zombie movie, a zombie apocalypse, where niggas was all dead and I was the only one. I didn't like that shit. I wouldn't be able to
I
if the
love
world ended and
restaurants.
I was the only person on this earth. Like what's that TV show, The Last Man on Earth? That shit that came on before,
Yeah, I remember that.
or not even that. What's the movie with Tom Hanks that when he was by what's that
Oh,
shit
what's
called?
that? Shipwreck? No, not shipwreck.
Shit.
Castaway.
Uh,
Castaway.
Castaway.
Yeah.
Nigga, if I was the only person on the island, I would have fucking killed myself already.
Oh, I would have made friends with Wilson real fast. My man Wilson.
Yo,
I just gave my
that shit is
food.
depressing. I don't like to be alone.
I don't know.
As long as I know that you're in the house, I'm good. I can be in my own room, you can be in your own room, or my own office, blah 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 blah. But
Listen,
I don't like to be alone. I find that shit really the fucking pressing, son.
I I used to feel like that, but maybe because in the last couple years, my outlook on relationships and dealing with certain people, I've learned I love being alone. Because my thing is, at the end of the day, I can't count on no one to make my day great except for me. So I'm gonna
I hear
do.
you, and I
So I'm
agree
gonna do
with that
that.
too. I
So
I agree with that because
and I
only
swear,
I
and you
know how to make
too.
myself.
You remember the time when I had the half gallon of Bacardi because I didn't want to be alone.
Yes,
So
nigga.
I was there. But now I'm just at a point where I'm like, listen, if you want to be in my world, you want to be in my world. If you don't want to be in my world, you want to be in my world. But I'm not so 0 or 100 like I used to be because before, if you ain't want to be in my world, I have no communication with you at all, ever. No more. You don't want to be down?
Yeah,
And now I'm learning how to be like, okay, well, we can still be cool. And I'm learning. It's hard. It really is. You know,
yeah.
but I'm cool being alone now. I'm like, whatever. And like, even, like,
Nah,
one of the best things I did for myself last year for my birthday, I took myself out. I went, took myself to breakfast, and I took myself to the movie theaters by myself. I didn't ask for a date. I don't think I wanted one because I was living alone for most of the year after mom's moved to Florida, and I was just like, yo, I'm good, you know. So I was like, fine, I ain't got
I
time for
get
it.
it and I understand it, and there's nothing wrong with it because you need your own time, you need your own space. So I get it, but I don't know. It's just me personally. I don't. It's not that I don't. I'm afraid to be alone because I don't give a fuck about
No,
being
no,
afraid to be
no.
alone. I
I'm
just
not
think that
saying that you're afraid. Most people who don't want to be alone, it's not about them being afraid of being alone. Some people just like to have another body next to them. It's just
yeah, it's just
nothing.
that
Yeah, it
it's
has
just
nothing
that
to do.
human interaction. Like you need that
I mean,
interaction in life.
we was really made to be in companionship with somebody else. Like this is what life is all about. It's just some people took it too far, or some people been through things where it's like, you know what, just call me a hermit, b. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, I ain't gonna sit there and say like this is gonna be me all the way, all the time. But for right now, I'm cool with being alone. Like, cause at the end of the day, I might like somebody being around, but then I don't like that feeling of wanting them to be there and then they can't be there. You know, I
Okay.
just can't.
So
I can't have it.
you don't want to be let down. Pretty much.
Not
That's what you're worried about.
well, I could say that to a point, not let down, but it's just like, all right, prime example. And I'm gonna be real with y'all out there who's watching the show, listening. Like, remember my pops passed. I was alone. I wasn't comfortable being alone. Thus, that's how Hunter was conceived. With the wrong person just because I didn't want to be alone. So after that, I just learned, like, you know what? Learn to be okay with somebody not being there. Not because you rather not, not because they did something bad, but for some obscene reason, people might be here today and be gone tomorrow. And it's just like you have to be okay with the fact that these people might not be here tomorrow. So you don't make mistakes like, well, I can't say Hunter's a mistake. He's not a mistake. He's my greatest creation. But people tend to put themselves in positions because they're missing somebody and they're not used to not having that person there. So they take certain actions or they do certain things. And I just want to be in a place where, you know what, if somebody can't be there or don't want to be there or I lose them and I have to be there by myself, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm at a point where I'm not going to run to a bottle. I'm at a point where I'm not going to run up in somebody's legs. Like I'm alone. You know, I don't have a problem going to a restaurant by myself. I have no problem saying how many tickets you want. One. I'm cool with it.
I do
You
that shit
know,
all the time, bro.
I do that shit all the time.
I
But
would
I'm
rather
like,
do it. I would rather do it with someone who enjoys it with me, but I do that shit
and
all the
see, and
time,
it
man.
depends on
I'm always
the activity is as well. Because like like I want to go to the Bronx Zoo, but one of the reasons why I want to go to the Bronx Zoo is because I want to take pictures. Some people might not understand. You know, this is what I'm doing. If you're not, on a photo tip, I understand if you want to get to know my world. I'm all for that. Because I honestly can sit there and say I've ran into some women where I express photography was a passion of mine, and they actually learned the lingo and learned some of the stuff. But then you get some that just want to be in your circle. But like, this is what I'm doing right now. If you're not really trying to understand what I'm doing, I'd rather just do it by myself. And that's another
I
thing.
agree.
People want to be in somebody else's world so much. You kind of you kind of disrupt their flow because it's like you really don't care about what I'm doing. You just trying to be up in my world. So there's certain things that I need to do by myself unless you genuinely care about what I'm doing. And some people don't understand that. And that's something that I had to learn too. Like, all right, if this is what you're doing, if I'm generally don't really like, I'm really not into it like that, I'm not gonna disrupt your flow to try to be just to be up in your face. You do what you gotta do. When you finish that, you know where I'm at. Let's rock. If you decide that you don't want to come back, I understand. I might. I got an Xbox. You know, so
Mm.
just just my thought process on it. I could be wrong. I
I
mean, like,
got you.
I'm saying,
I hear you.
yeah, that's
I definitely hear you on that.
and I think that's where we at with it as a people because I think we really don't like, I can't say everybody. I just really think a lot of people just don't listen to each other or talk to each other and really genuinely care about somebody. You can sometimes you just don't have like, if you're really not into it, it's okay to say you're not into it. Because you can be into somebody but not be into some of the things they're into. That's okay. That's why it's called our
True.
hobby. That's why it's called our personal hobby, not our group hobby. Yeah, there's something
No,
I would
I
like.
agree.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
want
I
some
also
that.
I tend to think though, I agree with what you're saying, but I also tend to think that if you're with a person and you love that person and you want to spend the rest of your time whatever with that person, even though that is not your hobby, you will try to make not try to make it your hobby, but try to enjoy it for that person as well. Because you never know, it might bring you guys a little bit closer.
You're right.
Now, if you don't ultimately like it, then that's cool. Like, some people, like for me, I'm an extremist. I love roller coasters. I want to fucking jump out of a plane one day. That's going to be for my 50th birthday. Bungee jumping. I want to do all that shit like that. Now, I know it's a little bit extreme and that my person might not want to do that, but do some other. You don't have to go to the extent of jumping out of a fucking plane with me, but uh, let's fucking go hiking or something. I'm into that. So you don't have to do the whole thing, but meet me somewhere where excuse me, where I feel that you know what I like and you're willing to do certain things,
Wait,
not to please me, but
K
to
Small said
show that you
no.
really care about me.
Yeah,
Huh?
Kiki said no, son. She not feeling that streamer's vibe, son. He said jump out of plane.
That's just what it is. I like that shit. That shit is cool. I mean, you don't have to jump out of a plane, but I'm an outdoorsy type of person. Like, I like to go bike riding. I like to fucking go hiking. I like to, you know,
Oh, my bad.
one
She
day I'm
said
gonna
no.
get
You
some
do not.
time. I want to,
Correction. She said no. You don't have to. You do not have to like the other person's hobby. Well, you're right. You're not
why
supposed
not?
to. You don't have to. But
How am
I
I gonna
mean,
support you if I don't like your hobby?
I don't think you're gonna like everything about your partner anyway. There's gonna like how they
No,
always talk
I'm not
about.
saying you have to like everything.
How they say the 80-20 rule. Like you're gonna get 80% of what you want out of a relationship, and there's gonna be 20 that you don't get. So sometimes that
Yeah,
person's hobby might be that 20%. Like I don't like the fact that they may spend so much time collecting bottle caps, but that's their hobby. I respect
but
that that's your
then,
hobby.
but I hear that. But
I,
because
I
that's my
will.
hobby, it shows me how much you appreciate me. If you don't have to do it all the time, but one time you just fucking collect bottle caps with me. You know how
Oh,
much I love
oh,
it, and you
I
know
ain't
how
gonna say
much
you
that
gotta
makes
do
me
it with
happy.
me. At least ask about it.
No,
Be
I
like,
wouldn't want you to do it. Not even ask about it, because I could talk to you until you blue in the face and tell you that a fucking cap was made in China and is I can say the whole intricate shit and you'll just be sitting there listening to me blah 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 blah.
no, no. See, no,
That
that's
shit ain't
different. My thing is, they might actually listen to the story behind the bottle cap, but it might not be enough for them to sit there and say, "Well, I'm gonna start collecting them too." Like
not not saying you gotta collect them too, but
you
if I'm
know.
going out to a bottle, if there's a bottle cap show you should accompany me just because you know that I like it. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
get
for instance,
show interest in what your partner interest is. It might not be all the time, but
exactly. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. But show interest. That shows me that you care because you're willing to do something that you don't like for
and 9
me.
times out of 10,
That makes me feel
if I know something that you don't like, I'm not gonna ask you to do it again. Like I know, I'm appreciate the fact that you tried, but
exactly
I know this is not your thing. So you know, but
like
damn,
nail like beauty salons. I don't want to go to a fucking beauty salon. Why? Because I don't want to sit there for fucking 6 hours while you get braids in your hair. I'll do it once though. If you want me to go with you, I'll go there and I'll keep you company. I'll talk to you, but don't think I'm gonna go every time to sit in that bitch 6 hours. I'm gonna do it like maybe once, maybe twice, but I'm not gonna do that all the time. And I'm gonna do it just because, like, I'm gonna show you that
bless your
I care.
heart. First of all, bless your heart.
I would do it,
I would not ask a
but
girl. I would not ask a girl to come with me to the barbershop.
I don't want that. I don't want a girl coming to the barbershop because that's a man. I had that happen before. So when I was dating Cynthia, there was a barbershop right around the corner from her house. We had somewhere to go that day. So I'm like, yo, you upstairs, get dressed. I'm going to the barber. I'll be there. Because this is my first time at that barbershop. But she knew the dudes because she lived right around the corner. So when I got there, I'm sitting and waiting because I'm new, first of all. So everybody who called and made appointments, they got seen first. I had to sit there and wait. I didn't know because I know in the hood, well, where we from, regardless if
Yeah,
you made an
first come,
appointment or
first
not,
serve.
as soon as the middle, you can first come, first serve. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there waiting. So she comes, she's like, yo, I'm like, yo, I gotta wait because these niggas had appointments. So she goes back to the house, come back. Same shit. She's like, yo, what the fuck? So now she started to get aggy. So she started like, at her personality, she was getting real aggy and shit. So these niggas is hearing her talk aggy, like, yo, what the fuck why the fuck you blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, like, bitch, shut up. One of them, first of all, because they cut my hair. They gonna fuck my shit up because of your attitude.
On purpose.
So on purpose. And what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk around with it until I go get the shit fixed. So pretty much that's kind of what happened because she came out like 4 times. Finally, I'm in the chair and she's like, "Oh my god, he's not done yet." Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. So they didn't fuck my shit up all the way, but my shit was a little slanted. So I looked at my shit and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, nigga, like what the fuck?" So I had to go to somebody else to fix it. I didn't pay that nigga first of all, but then I got mad at her because I was like, "Yo, you didn't have to come to the barbershop. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and then even if you came, come in, sit down, and be quiet. You ain't gotta come here with that woman attitude, coming in here bitching and
Oh,
moaning because now my shit is fucked up, and I gotta go to another nigga to fix my shit, all because of what you did. Like, I was patient. I sat and I waited because I know that's the rules in the barbershop. You gotta sit and wait and be patient. But
yeah. All right, so
yeah,
wait, we got some comments on YouTube. Yeah, Kiki said, "I don't have you. I don't think you have to show interest. I think my interest should be in you." I get it, cause like I said, I deal with women who like my like my hobby. Some women did, some women didn't, and I mean, it did mean more to me if they did show interest in it. But I also learned the
yeah.
fact
It
that
depends on the
I
individual.
also learned that it is my hobby. Even if you don't show interest in it, I still love it. So whatever, as long as I
It
get my
depends on
hobby
the
done.
individual. Because again, my
Yeah.
hobby is my hobby. Like for instance, my lady now. I used to paint a lot. I know how to draw and I used to paint. So I told her this shit before. I never thought that she paid attention to it because she never used to pay attention to shit I tell her. So one day we went out on a date night. She didn't tell me where it was or nothing. Got dressed, went to this place in fucking in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Was it? No, it was in Stanford. In Stanford. So we driving. I'm like, where the fuck we going? So we go on a building. I'm thinking it was a restaurant right there. We go into the second floor. It was a fucking painting set. You don't know how excited I got because I haven't painted since maybe like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I actually sat down and painted because I'm nice with the. I know how to draw. I'm nice, but and I know how to paint. No, that when we did that shit, that gave us so much brownie points. She's not really a good painter. She wasn't really into that, but she paid attention to what I said, so she took me to a fucking painting set. She know I love to drink. That's one, and she knew I like to paint. So she didn't. She had fun that day too, but that wasn't something that she ultimately did. So, but she showed interest in something that I told her that was a hobby of mine. So I think that brought us a little bit closer because now you paid attention to some shit that I told you that I didn't really think you paid attention to. So again, it depends on the individual. Me, if I tell you some shit and you do some shit like that, that shit is what's up because that shows me you cared enough to listen to what I'm telling you that I like.
You're right. You got it. But sometimes,
You know?
sometimes we can't assume our partner just want to be down. Like sometimes we have to invite them. Like if I know, like Photo Plus usually pops up in around October in the Javits Center. So I might sit there and say I'm going to Photo Plus to look at some cameras and look at some gear, whatever the case may be. You know, I'll let her know I'm going. So this way, if you want to come with me, that's fine. Like I know one time I was with an ex or whatever. We went to Miami. Miami got this part, Wynwood Walls, where there's nothing but a bunch of street art. And my thing is, she looked it up and found it like, oh, let's go over here after we finish taking a big fan boat thing with the Everglades. I was like, all right, let's check it out. I really didn't think about it. But when I got over there, there was some nice pieces. And like you said, it was something that she actually found some pieces that she liked, some pieces of art that she liked. But I was the one that was into the street art. So it was like, we basically going for me. So I was like, oh, that's what's up. You know? But I know it's tough. It's real. Like I said before, I think a lot of us don't express exactly what we want because we might assume that our partner should know. Like how they sit there and say, a lot of women like to use this quote from Nipsey Hussle. Um, if you study your queen, you should automatically know what she wants before she, without her even saying a word or something like that. I don't want to misquote the man,
I agree.
but basically that's
I agree.
the whole gist of it. But at the same time, closed mouths don't get fed either.
True. Closed mouths don't get fed, but if someone expresses to you all the time what they want and they stop expressing it, you should already know. Because that means you pay attention. Now that's if you care and you pay attention. But if you just don't care, then you're not gonna fucking pay attention because you really don't care.
Sometimes it's not about
That's
not
it.
caring. My thing is, earlier before
Like
we
you said
started,
earlier. Like you said earlier, what's important to you, you gonna do it. What's not important to you, you're not gonna give a fuck about it. And that's how it goes in relationships. Sorry to cut you off. Another
no, no,
example. I was talking to a girl years ago, and she was in school at the time, but she always wanted to chill. I was living in Newburgh. So she was like, yo, why you don't ever come check me? I'm like, yo, because you never got time for me. She's like, oh, I always got time. I always got time. All right, cool. So when I used to get out of work, I used to make it my business to go up to Washington Heights to want to chill with her. She would never want to chill. But then when I'm home in Newburgh on the weekend, she's like, oh, why don't you come and get me? Because I don't want to come and get you. So she's like, oh, and I'm like, yo, you too busy. Like, you got school and shit going on. She's like, yeah, school is a priority, but you act like you don't want to be around me. And I'm like, yo, I do want to be around you, but you pretend to me as if you're too busy. But on Fridays, you out chilling with your coworkers having drinks. So if you really wanted to hang with me, you would have made the arrangements to come hang with me. But I'm home chilling in Newburgh now on the weekend, and you mad because I'm home chilling, and you want to chill with me, and you want me to come get you. No, I'm not doing that. Like, if you want me, you gonna put in the work to do what you gotta do. If I want you, I'm gonna put in the work, but I'm not gonna keep putting in the work.
it's called mutual. What's what I'm looking for?
Exactly. She
Mutual
wanted me to
interest.
chase her.
Yeah,
She wanted me to chase
yeah.
her,
You
and I
do.
didn't mind chasing her, but I want to be chased as well. Like, it's a difference.
No,
Like,
I don't even want to be chased. At least let me
no,
know.
I want
Let me know when I come after you. You're not gonna keep running. Like I don't
no.
mind saying, "Hey, let's hang out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that." But when I sit there and say that, don't give me all these excuses why you can't do it, and they be like, "Oh, you just stopped coming after me." I said I want to hang with you. I let you know. You said no. What do you want me to do? If you really want to spend
Fuck
time with
that.
me, sit there and say, "Okay, I can't do this day, but I can do this day." Y'all just say no. Well, a lot of women just say no straight up and be like, "Oh, you just gave up so easily." I'm not here to do this. It's called mutual interest.
Fuck that. If I'm chasing you, you chasing me too. Because if you ain't chasing me, the next bitch is gonna chase me, and then you're gonna get mad because I'm giving the attention to the next bitch who's chasing me. I don't mind chasing you, but it goes both ways. You gotta let me know that you feel like you said. Let me know that you're interested, but you gonna chase me too. Fuck that.
Yeah, let me
That's
know
just
that
how.
you're
That's just
interested.
how I
That's
feel.
all I'm saying. Let me know that you want me, like that you want this. But I, you know,
And of course, it didn't work out.
yeah, that's me. Because I know sometimes I look at relationships too logical, like not enough, not emotional enough. Because like I said, I was raised, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you need something or you need help, ask for it. Like earlier this morning, like earlier before we went live, we discussed women who consider themselves to be alpha female. They claim they can do it all over. They can do it all. They don't need help from nobody. They good or whatever the case may be. Don't push that persona on me, and then when you need help, I'm supposed to know that you need help. You've been telling me you could do it by yourself. You don't need no man. You're alpha female. So now that you need help, you're admitting that you're not alpha. And I'm supposed to just understand that you're not alpha? Like, so which one is it? Are you are you alpha or not? Do you need help or not? Like, I'm not trying to sit there and say, and there's a difference between holding it down and then you need help and then you don't know how to ask for help, or you holding it down and you need help and you're not used to help, but then
Some
you get,
people are prideful. Some
and they
people are
claim they
prideful.
don't need the
They're not
help.
gonna.
But if you
Yeah,
claiming
but
that you
again,
don't
some
need the
people are
help,
prideful.
like I would like,
Some people are prideful, but they're not gonna ask for the help. They don't want to ask for the help because they don't want to seem weak. They need the help, but they never want to ask for it because they
and
seem
that's the
weak and they
problem.
don't want to be
Stop.
judged.
And that's the problem. And people
But
who
then
don't want to, and that's we need to stop looking
you
at.
don't know because you don't know what that person previously went through. That person could have previously been in a relationship where they asked for help and that person made them feel like shit because they asked for help. So that's why they don't want to do it anymore.
But this is when you say you got to learn your partner. Because if you know me as a person, me, I'm not talking about no other dude. If you know me, if you sit there and say, "Hey, I need your help," okay, let's try to figure this out. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and make you feel like if it's a person. I'm not here to throw it in your face. It's like you need help. You need help. But I respect the fact that you asked for it. Don't. I mean, just don't play the role like, oh, I don't need no help. I got this. Oh, I'll find a way. I'll make it happen. This is me. This is the person. If we're together, this is the person you're supposed to talk to and not have that front for. You're supposed to sit there and say, listen, I can't do this by myself. I really want, I really need your help on this. You can keep that persona and keep that front for everybody else. But if we're going to be a team and we're going to move through this thing called life together, I need to know that you don't have it together all the time. Why? Because then, honestly, that's going to let me know, okay, I'm going to have to be the one to hold it down for both of us or hold it together for both of us, no matter what this section is. Because there's going to be things that I'm be lacking at too. That you might have to sit there and say, okay, babe, I'm going to pick up, I'm going to pick up the slack on this. And there's things I want to do that for you too, but you can't make it seem like you superwoman, you know? But
Or
that's just,
Superman.
or Superman. Or Superman, because
Because I mean, when it
because a
comes to
lot of
that
men, a
topic,
lot
I
of
can say
men,
it. Me, I don't like to ask for help because I was in a situation in a previous relationship who I thought I knew someone and I thought that person had my back. And when shit hit the fan, and at the end of the day, that person never had my back. That person only was thinking about themselves and they put up a fucking facade. The whole relationship had me thinking that they was really there for me and they was only there to make themselves better. So now to this current day, I have an issue with expressing that I need help because that brings me back to telling that person that I thought that I knew for all those years who made me think that I knew them like that. And when I needed their help, they just said fuck me and now they high on mighty and shit and I'm struggling. So it's hard. And I'm just telling you from my personal experience.
no, I get that.
You know, it's hard to even though I know the person that I'm with now would never do that, or I think would never do that, there's still something in my head that's saying, okay, if
Keywords.
this person did it, this person can do it too. So I get it. But there's also, like I said, there's always also the other things to think about. You never know because a lot of people. I mean, you don't know what somebody's thinking. You don't know what somebody's trying to do.
No, you really don't. But that's why, I don't know. So that's 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 wicked. Nah, I can't say wicked. I don't know why they're working online. But
Shit,
that's
that's wicked, man.
Mr. Uglyman Shabba. No, but yeah, that's relationships is tough, man. Like it's not easy, but it's not hard. And I don't think I understood
Mm.
just how hard relationships were until I got older. Because it was just
I
like,
mean, nobody knows.
nobody knows. Like, but I'm like, when we know people that's so young and they get married and they make love and lasting marriages, I'm like, well, what the hell did I miss? I know we all sit there and
But
say
then,
everything happens in our own time and when it's supposed to happen. Ah, cool, no problem.
mhm,
I'm not even tripping about that no more. That was like 14 episodes ago. But I
right.
mean, it's just like, damn, did I miss to get married at a young age anymore? Like, shit. I mean, I know I ain't gonna get married too
But
young.
then, a lot of those people that got married at young ages are not married anymore. About
Well,
70%
not
of them
all of
are.
them, but some of them are still making it. Like sometimes you see somebody wedding anniversary, and they're like, oh, they made 50 years. You're like, well, damn, how long was y'all married?
But you
Like,
never know
see,
what they went through because some of them, a lot of
now,
times,
you're
that
right.
them that 50 years was real rough,
See, the
and they
problem
just
is
probably
that
thought like, you know what, it's cheaper to keep them.
the problem is that a lot of people in our generation, I don't think they want to be married. They just want a wedding.
I don't think that. I think they do want to be married, but because we were raised in a way where our parents told us to not settle, to not let anybody do whatever. It's like, okay, if you don't give me what I want, all right, fuck it, I'll just be by myself, and we're okay with that. Like our grandparents and our great grandparents, they went through the same shit because nothing is new. Everybody cheats and everybody do whatever, but because they were a little bit more, I can't say stronger, but because I guess depending on the situation, like it was about them. Like they had to fend for, they had to trust themselves. Like they don't have, like now is all this, like I was telling you before, previous relationship. I mean, previous podcast when we were saying about how in the 40s and 50s how the fucking government started telling these women like we don't you don't need your husband. They going off to war. Like we'll take care of you. We'll give you welfare. We'll take care of you. Like a lot of our people nowadays, they're like, fuck it, all right. If Easy don't want to fucking be in a relationship, if Easy don't want to do this, fuck it. I don't need to be with him. I'll be by myself. But back then it was like, okay, so what? Easy cheated. That's still my husband. I still love him. We still got a family, so we gonna make it work. So people back then were willing to make it work. Now people are quick to give up. Fuck it, all right, bye. And that's the thing. Nobody wants to fucking work at it anymore. And
That's what
that's
it
why a
is.
lot of
Like
relationships
people,
fail.
people like are like you said before. People don't want to settle, but people need to learn the difference between settling and compromising. Like
That too.
a relationship is about give and take, but so many people feel like if they give up certain things, oh, I'm settling. I deserve more than that. Okay, but you want this person to give you the world, but you don't want to give them something in return. Like this is where the compromise come in. It's like, yeah, if you're gonna be a cohesive unit, somebody got to give something somewhere. And on both sides. But most people are like, nah, it's settling. I'm not lowering myself for nobody. You're not lowering yourself. You're saying I want to be a part of this relationship, so this might be certain things about my personality I might tone down. It doesn't mean you're changing who you are. You just know when you're working as a team, sometimes you don't have to be so strong with it. Why? Because one, even if we gotta do battle, we are doing battle. So you don't have to go so hard in the paint because you're not going by yourself. I'm walking right beside you. You
I hear
know?
you. I agree. Some people
I
just
mean,
don't know that.
I know I sound like I'm real deep and philosophical and stuff, but this is just stuff that's been processing for the last year. Some change in my mind because, like I said, like I just revamped on how I look at life a lot. Because I'm like, I realized, yo, Jay, you was very selfish with your shit. Like you said, like you stated earlier, like I was a very spoiled kid. I was used to getting what I want, when I want, how I want it. Yeah, I was a cool kid. I was a good kid. I didn't run the streets. I didn't gang bang or nothing like that. So when I got out in my relationships, it was more like, well, damn, I'm used to getting the whole world. But then it's like, what am I giving up? What am I compromising? Like, because if somebody's gonna give me something, it's only right that I give them something. Fair and fair
I
and equal
hear you.
exchange. You know,
I hear you.
but
I totally
that's
hear
just
you.
I don't know. I know I got a little heavy, but yeah, this shit real deep. Yeah, okay, you still with us? I'm checking on YouTube, but it's
Yes.
just like it's real. It's bugged out. But
Nah, I'm with you.
yeah,
I definitely hear you, bro.
yeah, it's one of those aha moments. Aha, aha. But wait, there's more. But yeah, that's enough of that deep shit. Like let's get into the
Yeah.
more. Let's get more into the eccentric shit. Like second hour, well, we're 15 minutes behind. Is about It's called Just Like Music. Basically, listen, music is a big part of a lot of people's lives. Like we got music that trigger memories. We got songs out there that trigger memories. We got songs that be like, yo, this is just my all time favorite banger. Like no matter what age, no matter what era, when the sun come on, you just get stupid with it. Like, I mean, I started off like my favorite song of all time is Bootsy Collins. I'd rather be with you. All the Bootsy's my man.
Yeah.
Bootsy's my that song
Yeah.
is just so laid back and represents my personality. Like that's how just relaxed I am. Like Bootsy's just mad mellow, be like I just can't like most of the music I listen to is cool, but it's also fun and lively because I'm a fucking bubbly kid. Like I don't. Sometimes I have my goon moments where I listen to my rap music, but most of the time, if it ain't happy, if it ain't making me feel good, I can't listen to it, man. Like, you know, like
I hear you.
I can't, man. So
I
that's
hear
my
you.
all-time favorite song. Like if I had a theme song every time I walk in a room, I would want that to play. Like that's
Word.
just where I'm at with it. Like, I don't know about you. Like, what's your favorite song?
I really don't know. I think I don't have a favorite song per se.
Do you at least have a favorite
Because it's
artist?
again,
Don't say Michael
I got
Jackson.
it depends. Nah. I mean again, I got favorite artists for different moods.
That's okay.
Hold on.
See, bless you,
Shit.
bless you,
Shit. Thank you.
bless you.
Bless you. So
But
I got favorite artists from different things. Like for instance, my favorite female artist of all time, Faith Evans. That's my wife.
yeah,
I happened to see Faith Evans on fucking Friday last week, and bananas.
bless
It
your
was a
shit.
dope ass concert. That's my shit. I've always been as soon as she came out because I like them thick light skinned chicks, you know. But nothing against all the other colors and shades of women, but I
He
like
said I like them thick
thick,
light
light
skinned chick.
skinned. I like thick light skinned chicks. That's just me. But Faith, man, that's my favorite female artist. My favorite male artist is a tie, kind of. Well, is it really a tie? Because as years go on, it gets different. But my favorite male artist of all time is Marvin Gaye. Like that's my dude.
Okay.
Like he was just a pimp. The way he was smooth with it was cool. My favorite new time artist is fucking Usher. That's my man's too. Usher that he does his thing. But again, this is my mood. My
Um,
favorite rapper, Ludacris. Everybody know that's my nigga. Luda, that's
yeah,
my
we know you like
dude.
Luda.
That's my Virgo brother. That's just my dude. So like, but As far as favorite songs, it depends. It depends on my mood. It depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm
All right,
driving
but
somewhere,
so all right.
I'm driving somewhere long distance. I gotta put on fucking. I gotta put on Busta Rhymes. No, I gotta put on well Busta Rhymes too, but I gotta put on Ludacris "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way" because I drive fast on that. That song makes you want to drive over 100 fucking miles an hour.
So
So when
bet.
I
All
play,
right.
if I'm driving and that song is on my playlist, wherever I am, I don't give a fuck where I am. I'm driving fast because I just can't help it.
All right. So let me drop a couple scenarios on you. You tell me what song you would play. Bam. You just got that dream job you wanted. You go home to celebrate. What you playing on the radio?
That dream job I wanted.
Like you feeling good, like yo, I just got that shit. I smashed the interview. They offer you they on the spot. You like, I'm going home. I'm going to party. You make your little cocktail. You put some music on because you ready to dance. What's that song that's I'm like, you know what? This represents how what I'm feeling like right now.
Damn, that's good. I got shit. I don't know. I'm gonna put on some crunk music, like some down south shit, like you know some fight. They used to call it fight music. Like I'm not fighting nothing, but I'm in a good mood. Like that crunk shit. Little John, East Side Boys. You
Yeah,
know, shit
yeah.
like that. I put on it. That's just I'm hyped now. Like
No,
I'm dope. I'm
that's
hyped.
my hype song. Is that's Shots by Little John and
That's what's up.
LMFAO. That's that. What?
Yeah,
I
I'm
be
the
feeling
middle.
like
Yeah.
shot. So I be on the train with the headphones. Shot, shot, shot. I be feeling good. I be in the zone like everybody.
When I'm feeling myself, when I was living in Harlem, I used to wake up every morning. My alarm on my phone used to be Pretty Boy Swag,
Um,
Soldier Boy. Every morning at 7:30, my alarm would go off. Fucking Pretty Boy Swag. I used to love that shit. So
now
fresh and so
that one.
clean. That's my shit too. I used to play that shit getting out the
Nobody
shower.
don't best me.
Telling you that
Uh,
that's the type of dude I was. I was just like I don't
yeah,
know. That was my
yeah.
shit.
Me and Hunter wake up song is Happy by Pharrell.
Oh, that's a good song.
When it's time to wake him up, I tell Alexa to play that song for him, and that's when he wakes up to. Cause I
I
just
just
remember
got
waking.
Taryn hooked on to fucking Michael Jackson. Taryn loves Michael Jackson. Fucking
Yo,
uh the way you make me feel, and then fucking
uh,
remember the time. Taryn loves that shit. We play that
yeah,
shit
he
when I pick her up. We put that video on the car, and that's what we watch.
that's what's up. This kid was singing Nas over there. I know I can be what I want to be. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
word. So you play that in the house, or he got that, or he
Yep,
put that in
now
the
I play
studio?
that sometimes, but that's the one that he picked up on. Like, I mean, he still like his he loves the whole damn Bruno, the whole Encanto soundtrack. But
That's what I said. We don't talk about Bruno. No,
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 no.
no.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, we be playing. I play that too. We play all the Disney classics while we driving.
we play that.
But yeah, like I said, my music is it depends on how I feel and what my mood is. Like
I ain't bad. So
some
I'll tell you
days,
what, you
yeah.
like what song? All right, what song? Or the two-part question. You first fall in love. What song would probably describe like that feeling?
Okay. Um, Music Soul Child. Hold on, I gotta give you the exact words. The exact name of the song because I know what the fuck I know what it is because I play it all the time. I'll give you the exact words. Um, Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna tell you right now. So beautiful.
Oh, okay, I remember that
That's my
song.
shit.
Um,
Yeah, hold on.
I used to
Hold on. We don't own the copyrights to the song.
yeah, YouTube. We don't own the copyright to the song. I know so beautiful.
That's for all the people out in the world that don't know. This is my shit, son. I play this shit, I be hyped. Yep, that's my shit. That's the song I play.
That's a good one right there.
Yes, sir.
I used to listen to CeeLo and Melanie Fiona, "A Fool for
What's
You."
that? What song was that? Oh yeah, I know. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah. I'm gonna play that for y'all so y'all know what that is.
I
I'm gonna play
used
it.
to
I got
love
you.
that song. Like when I'm feeling somebody, I'm feeling that's the song I used to play. But like I said, I'm such a extremist, a very 0 to 100. So there was a relation, there was a situation I was in and it ended. So that song reminded me of that person. So I don't listen to that song no more. I only listen to this song. Okay. That
Yeah,
that's
that
that
song is fire.
that's my track right there. And you know what? I said if I ever got married, when they ask you for the wedding song, I would only
Yeah.
pick. I would be like, yo, it has to be a duet because since me and my wife is getting married, I would want a song
Oh,
that
y'all
has a.
both gonna sing it? Oh, that's so
I,
cute, nigga.
I said we ain't gonna sing because I'm not singing, but I would want a song that represents how the man feel about the woman and the woman feel about the man. Because I remember Kendrick had a song called Stars. Remember Kendrick?
How go?
Shit, let me see. All right, Kendrick,
You said who? What? Kendrick Lamar?
Kindred. Kindred.
What song was it? Stars. Okay, I got it. Let me see.
Yeah, that was it. Once again, we don't own the copyright to this music.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. You and your boo gonna sing that song, my nigga?
that's the song. Duets, man. Remember, what was the other track we used to wild out off of? Remember, Khalil and Tweet made that song "Best Friends."
Oh, that shit was fire.
That shit was
That shit.
fire.
Yeah, I was listening to that shit the other day.
Especially when it hit the high note, it was like, yeah,
Yeah, I was listening to that shit the other day.
yeah,
That
man.
was
That's
Tweet and
those are my
Bilal.
favorite. Yeah, when I'm into a woman, those are my feel good. Those are my feel good.
Yeah,
Those
that
are
was
my
my
feel good
shit.
songs. Now, when the relationship ends, depending on how the
Yo,
relationship ends,
when I was dating somebody and we broke up, yo, she every time it was funny because after we broke up, mind you, I broke up with her. This was when I was dating Fox. You remember Fox? I don't know if
I
you
remember
ever you
Fox.
see Fox. So
Yeah,
the reason
Fox
why I
had a
stopped fucking
pretty.
with Fox,
Yeah,
huh?
no, I remember Fox.
Yeah, I stopped fucking with her. One because first of all, we had sex like I can count how many times we had sex on one hand. That was a big no no. Number two, she was a cigarette smoker. She used to smoke in the bed. That was number two. And she just she was 2 years older than no, she was like 3 years older than me. But she never wanted to grow and she never wanted to listen to what I had to say. Like it was just a whole mess. So I broke up with her when I started fucking with somebody else. But we broke up and I started fucking with somebody else. And she still had my PlayStation because I had left it at her house. This was when my PlayStation 2 was out or whatever. She still had my PlayStation 2, so I was like, yo, let me get my PlayStation 2. Like, we ain't together no more, whatever. So every time I would call her, like when you used to call people and they used to have the songs play on their shit while it was calling before they picked up. The
Yeah,
song that she had on there was Rihanna. What the fuck is the name of that song? Fuck. Um,
don't say unfaithful.
no, not Unfaithful. Fuck. Damn it. Is it my I'm listening to the words and I'm getting it right now. Rihanna. Um, fuck. Take a bow.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Actually, you know what? I
wait.
remember that because you put me onto that song. Matter of fact,
Yes. Yo,
yeah.
every time I call her, that song will come on, and I'll be sitting there like, yo, this. I'm gonna play it for y'all real quick that don't know what this Rihanna Take a Bow shit is. This, just real quick. So pretty much, she said I played a good role trying to put. It,
Right.
the
So
lyrics says you put on quite a show. That's just so amazing. Whatever. You put on quite a show, whatever. Now I got to take a bow. So she pretty much is saying that I was just in a relationship. I played a role like I really liked and cared about her, and then whatever. But I'm like, bitch, you the one that fucked up this relationship because you kept talking about your ex man all the time. And like I said, we had sex like once, like no, we like no more throughout the whole 5 month relationship. Your daughter stole money from me out of my fucking pocket,
this is why I remember Fox.
and we had yeah, your daughter stole money out of my pocket, and then we had sex like maybe 3 or 4 times the whole 5 months. So whatever. But yeah, that song was crazy.
Yeah, that's real. Like, I don't know now. When I break up or the relationship end, now that depends on what song I'm playing. Because sometimes you might have that breakup where it's just like, damn, we had to go our separate ways. No love lost. But then it like, then sometimes I just play, CeeLo Green, F you, I went through,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. And now you got now you got the Silk Sonics up on smoking out the window.
Yeah, that's a lot of niggas anthems now. Like this bitch got me paying the rent.
Yeah, but fellas, you can only say that if you was actually paying the rent and paying bills. You got dudes out there talking about, oh, this chick, I saying you ain't take care of her. You was just living in scot free.
Diamonds on the neck, diamonds on the wrist. I gotta find something green to wear for tomorrow.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day, right?
St. Patty's Day.
I think I got nothing green.
When I get off of this podcast, I gotta go cook.
For what?
We having a potluck dinner, St. Patty's pot. We do it for every holiday. We did for Black History Month. We did it, Christmas, whatever. So now it's St. Patty's Day. So we cooking all of us, not all of us. Some of us is cooking Irish shit. Other people just cooking shit. So
Oh,
I
right. Yeah.
volunteered myself to. I volunteered to make some shepherd's pie. So before the podcast, I cut up the onions and the potatoes. So I'm about to go put them bitches on, and then I gotta mash them. I'm just gonna prep it as much as I can, then take a nap because I gotta get up at 4 o'clock to fucking finish to put it in the oven so I can leave out by 5 o'clock to go to work.
Damn, son, they really did you dirty on no late days.
Nah, I don't mind. I'm happy as no more late, bro. I get to have a life, even though I just get to have a life now. Because getting out of work 6 o'clock, like now, even though it started this week because the time went back, we got to work 6 o'clock, so it's light, but it's only light for like an hour. But now, me getting off of work at fucking 3:30, nigga, I can
You do a
even
lot.
when the wintertime hits again and it gets light like quicker, I'll still have light because it'd be 3:30, it'll still be light. I just gotta leave in the morning when it's dark, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that because there's no traffic in the morning. Before I used to sit in 2 hour traffic, but I can't
That's
wait
all
for that
right.
shit. I ain't gonna know what to do with myself getting to work at 3:30, bro.
I wouldn't
I
know.
don't
I
get know
don't
what
get
to
up till
do.
5.
See, I'm used to getting up at 6, and then the late days is 8. Nah, 3:30. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, I still gotta get up at 6. Maybe not tomorrow. I'll get up at 6:30. Okay, after after the podcast, I'm going to sleep. Thursdays is always the roughest day for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up. I gotta go walk. I'm gonna go walk this dog, and then I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
See, it's moments like that. I'm glad I don't have a dog.
But I don't
I
mind that.
really, I really want one, but
But
then
that's
I'm
good
like,
because it's
I'm
good
like,
because that's exercise. That gives me a reason to get up out of the house and go exercise and go walk. Because I love to walk anyway, but that gives me a reason. I love it. And
Cause I'm like,
I've been feeding for a dog, but I didn't have the time. But now that my schedule is changing, and then knock on wood, once I start this fucking Connecticut job, I'll be close to home. So that's why I wanted the dog. And then Taryn wanted the dog now too because my other dog Ariel has, and
I know
that
Hunter
was
been
her
saying
dog.
he
I got
want,
it for her.
yeah, Hunter been saying he want a dog
Yeah,
too, but I'm like, right now it's not in the paperwork player.
I hear you.
Cause like nobody sells
Okay.
much no more. Everybody got purebreds, and I'm not paying them. I'm not trying to breed nobody. I just
I
want to
mean,
fucking.
adopt one.
Yeah, that's what I
If
said.
you
Yeah,
adopt one,
when my money get different, I'll go adopt one. Cause I don't need a
they're not that much. They're
purebred.
like
I don't.
$100. ASPCA is like $100.
That's fine, and they come with all the shots, right?
Yeah, they fixed. Then they got the shots already because they coming from the ASPCA.
That's what's up. Now that I could swing, but people here
Yeah,
talking about yo, they
this
purebred
little nigga.
bullies.
Oh, bullies? Hell yeah, I want a bully.
I don't
I
know.
would love a
Fucking.
bully, son. I would love a fucking bully.
Nah,
Uh,
I don't want that shit.
but
Them
yeah,
dogs. I want some cute little shit like you got.
who's on Toy? Who's the third person on here today? Toya, you on here?
It may be Toya. So yeah, all right. So Kiki, you still on with us? I don't know. She probably gone. But if you're still watching, let us know. What's your all time favorite song?
Yeah, let
Anybody
us
else? Or
know.
anybody else just watching the show? Let us know. Yo, what's your all time favorite song? Put it in the chat.
When I
Whatever.
was
Cause
younger, I used to make fuck tapes.
I used to be the burn CD master.
Nigga, I
I used
used
to
to
make
make fuck tapes, son. I used to buy singles, and you used to have the cassette thing with one on one side that records, the other one that plays, and I used to have that shit on Smash, and I had the dopest fuck tapes ever. DJ Bedlam, son, fuck tapes. What y'all know about that?
DJ Bedlam. I'm done.
Nope, that was my name back then, son.
I
DJ
wasn't even
Bedlam
that.
with the fuck
I
tapes.
wasn't into the world like that. I don't even know.
Word.
I ain't never do fuck tapes.
Man, I was doing them shits.
Nah, I just
I had them songs playing, and then as soon as one went off, the next cue was on perfect, son. I was nice with it. I should have did DJing as I got older. I should have did that shit.
I mean, there's just a lot of things we did as kids that we should have did. Like as much as I spent time on my computer, I should have been in somebody programming doing something.
Yeah,
Like I
you're
said,
right. Like you
yeah,
said, we was
like
programming.
like
We used to code on fucking LimeWire. I
we
mean,
was yeah, we was coding
Yahoo.
everything. Why we ain't stick with it? Because for us it was fun, you know. Like now, like I'm in one of these.
That shit
I'm in
was
one of the
fun.
groups. What's called Black Fathers, and I'm in a group on Facebook called Black Fathers. And it's like one dude just like, oh, some dude asked a question like, oh, I'm trying to find, something for my, for the child to get into. And like the first answer somebody said was like, oh, put him in the coding. Well, damn, nobody wants to go play baseball no more. Nobody would do
Nah,
something.
kids
No
are not. Yeah, because
more?
these kids nowadays are not active. The only
You
kids
know?
that are active are the kids that are in the South because that's all they have. I mean, they got computers and shit too, but in the South, sports are like a big part of your
Yeah,
life.
South and
Up here, up
Midwest. Yeah.
north, and shit like yeah, up here, up north, and shit like that. Everything is computerized. Everything is computer.
Well,
So you
I'm
won't
glad
see
he
that
goes
being
to.
like especially in
I'm glad he goes
big
to soccer
cities. That's
every
all it is.
Saturday.
That's all sports.
At
That's what's
least
up.
yeah, I'm glad he goes to soccer every Saturday because I need him to get out and get some physicality. You know, I even got a soccer ball, so even like now that the weather's breaking, if he want to go to Central Park, we can go with the ball and kick it around just to have some fun. You
You
know?
gonna kick it with him?
Yeah.
You gonna kick it around with him?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Dude,
That's what's up.
I'll be the only dad at soccer on Saturdays, and you know me because I'm always on time. We be like the first ones there, so they let us play with the ball. So me and him be kicking the ball around, and I'm like, let's get it, let's do it.
Gonna be a whole bunch of soccer moms there, bro.
God, son, I ain't mess with these chicks up here. I ain't mess with none of these Spanish Harlem mamas. Nope. Mm-mm.
Ooh,
I am here
yes,
for
son.
my son to play soccer, and matter of
Yeah,
fact,
they want to play.
I felt awkward as hell when the school took us to go see the Lion King. I was the only dad there that took their kid. It was just me
Of course, my nigga.
and a
There's
bunch
not
of
that many
mamas
dads around like that.
and a
There's
bunch
not
of
that many dads
mamas.
around like that.
You know,
And if
you
they
know,
are,
I'm
the
not
dads are
no,
working. So
I'm not gonna sit there and say there's not a lot of dads around. What I realize is a lot of dudes just have this old school mentality where the woman is supposed to do all that kind of stuff with the kid, and he's just like, oh, I'm supposed to
I'm
pay
not
the
gonna
bill.
say just that. It is not just that. Like I said, sometimes depending on the household, maybe the
And
woman's
he
not
might have to
working.
work. Yeah,
Maybe the
he might have
father's
to work
working.
those hours. He might have to
And
work
that's
those
fine.
hours.
And then you might not have the father in the fucking in the household, you know. But son, where's the soccer practice at?
His soccer practice is right in his school. It's a program at the school. We be right on East 111th.
Oh, you in El Barrio, son. You got way
That,
over
that's where
there.
that's where I live at. I live in El Barrio.
I know that. I'm just saying about
Yeah,
oh
no, that's where his
soccer.
school is at. School's in Barrio. The soccer thing is in Barrio, and it's So I'm like,
She gonna be like Jonathan. She gonna Jonathan. Mira, Jonathan.
Jonathan, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
That's
Ulege
what I'm like.
Hunter.
I did good though, man. I did
Hunter.
good. I did good at
Can
staying out
Hunter
there
play with Kawhi? He
for
gonna be like, bring
real.
Hunter over to my house so he can play with one, and then I can play with your soccer balls, Jonathan.
You nasty. Come back, you heathens. You
Oh shit.
heathens. No, I just want my baby to
Jonathan.
play soccer. I just want my baby to play soccer and have fun.
Yeah, me too. My gosh, Tara does gymnastics every Friday.
Oh, that's what's up.
She goes to PAL during the week. So after school, she goes to PAL. They do basketball and shit. And then on Fridays after school, she goes to gymnastics.
Yeah. I know his after school be popping. He be like, Dad, I played dodgeball today. I'm like, how the fuck y'all play dodgeball? That shit against the law,
Dodgeball
son.
used to be shit.
It used to be the shit. Like, you can still hear, you can feel what that ball feel like when you hear it. You're like, damn, I'm
I used to
wonk.
love that shit.
So yeah, that's it. But just like music, man. The next week, we gonna go in next week. So I'm
I'm with it.
thinking,
Because
I
next
think
week
we
I'll be
should.
accustomed to the schedule so I can be good.
Yeah, you ain't got to cook nothing. But next week we're gonna discuss
Nope.
deadbeat parents.
Ooh.
What constitute what makes a deadbeat mother or father? Because we know it's two different sets of rules.
You gonna make me go in.
No, I'm just saying. Look, this is what I'm saying. And I was also thinking. Well, we'll discuss this after the show or after you tomorrow sometime after you get off work at three
Yeah,
thirty.
yeah, yeah,
But that's what I was
yeah.
thinking about for next week. I'm thinking we're gonna think we're not gonna just diss the women. We're gonna talk about what constitutes a deadbeat parent. And is it different
Cool.
from mothers and fathers? Because we already know. It's
Cool.
already know. So yeah, we're gonna
Cool.
that's what we bring to everybody next week. So it's gonna get live. We're gonna let everybody know about that one because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got something to say about big deadbeats.
That's gonna be serious.
That's gonna be
I'm gonna
serious,
try
but
not to
that's
get personal. I'm gonna
no,
try.
no, no, no need to get personal. At the end of the day, no, we're gonna just discuss the facts of what we have seen deadbeat parents or what we consider to be deadbeat parents do and don't do. So it ain't
It's
nobody
gonna
getting
rain
personal.
all day tomorrow. That's that bullshit.
Yeah, it is gonna rain all day tomorrow.
It's alright. But yeah, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta cut it short. I gotta go walk this dog
You
and get
know,
this shit going so I can get a
don't
little
even
nap.
sweat it, man. That's all right. I'd like to thank everybody who came out today,
Yes,
whether
sir.
it was YouTube or even for the one extra person watching us tonight in the show. So I'm gonna have before we get too heavy next week. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna pick 5 songs. Since we talking about just like music, I'm gonna build a soundtrack to my life, and I'm gonna drop 5 songs on y'all. That's gonna represent my life,
Oh,
basically.
word. That's what we doing.
I'm gonna drop five
I
songs.
could do that. So,
Five.
for
That's
from the beginning until this present day.
Yeah, for the furthest back you can remember about your life, pick
Oh
five
man,
songs that represent everything you went through. Just one quick little soundtrack.
just five, just
Look, you
five.
don't want to
Oh
kill him. You don't want
yeah.
to kill him.
Oh,
But you want to try to push it to
oh
10?
shit. That made me feel. Oh, I could do that. That's with it. That's real.
Yeah, we can
That's
drop
real.
five songs. Just to summarize our life so far. Like five songs. Yeah.
I'm with it.
But yeah, thanks a lot for
All right,
everybody who
y'all.
showed up. It's been real. Next week it is. And when I come back with soundtrack, get ready to get heavy because we're gonna talk about deadbeat parents.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night,
We
man.
might
I'll talk
even
to
have a
see y'all
second
next week.
topic because that might be a 2 hour topic right there. Deuce
Peace
love.
up. A-Town now.
The gimmick infringement.
I
we do
know.
not own the copyrights to that A
Nope.
town.
Sorry.
No. Mm-mm. All right, later,
Peace,
people.
y'all.